Hey, everybody, I hope that this email finds you well, even though um, we're living in a really uh, bizarre and crazy time. Um, yeah, I want to take a moment before I even get into class stuff and say um, that it's okay to feel scared and unsure and overwhelmed. Um, it's okay for your anxiety to be high right now. This is a really weird situation that needs to be taken seriously. So, if you're feeling those things, know that you're not alone and that this is normal, um, and that we will get through this, but it is going to be a long road. And that's going to mean a lot of changes in a lot of different areas. So, I can focus on what I can control, and that's this class. So, I don't have a ton of updates for today, but I wanted to reach out to you because it's been a while since we've talked. And I just wanted to let you know that I am actively working on our game plan for this class. I'm going to be scaling things back a little bit. Um, and just really coming back to those learning outcomes that we talked about in the beginning of the semester, making sure that the work that we're doing really meets those needs. So, uh, I'm going to be cutting some things out, but for the most part, the responsibilities of the class will look the same. Um, so, all of that will be coming to you soon. I can promise you that by the very latest, you will have a full game plan ready to go on Monday, but I'm hoping that it will be a little bit sooner than that. In the meantime, you can do a couple of things. You can make sure that you have a reliable internet connection available and ready to go from when we do start the semester up, and that you have a reliable device. If you are struggling to source either of those things, please reach out to me. Internet providers throughout Cincinnati are doing a lot of really great work about granting people access, even if they aren't currently paying for internet. And there may also be some device accommodations we can make. So I can't know there's a problem unless you reach out to me. Please send me an email and let me know if you need some help. The other thing that you can do is you can play around with WebEx. WebEx is going to be the platform that we're going to be using to get together and meet. There, you can access WebEx via Canopy, or you can download the app for your mobile device. My husband and I last week gave that a go, and it worked out just fine for him. Um, so we will be utilizing that tool to meet as a class to do a couple of different things. And we will also be using the conference tool on Canvas for some other stuff. So um, maybe play around with those and kind of get a feel for what they're like, because they're what we're going to be using in the future. Um, the last thing that I just want to say, and I'm sure you've heard this from the media, I'm sure you've heard it from your parents or caregivers, but please make sure that you are taking this seriously. I know that it's spring break, and I'm sure there are some of you that either had plans, or maybe there are some of you that are still out doing things. But I cannot stress how important it is for us to kind of socially distance ourselves. I know that that word's been used a million times, but to isolate a little bit. That doesn't mean you have to virtually isolate, but to stay home, to not be interacting with other people right now, so that we can try and slow the spread of this virus. Um, you might not be in the group of people that's going to be most affected by this. Although I would encourage you to do your research, because what's coming out of Italy is that about half the people that are going into hospitals are between the age of 20 and 50. But even if that's not true, right? Let's say you're not an elderly person and you're not somebody with a pre-existing condition. There are people walking around all over that are, right? That need our help, that need our protection. Um, you know, I love my grandma. My mom has lupus. My brother has asthma. And I found out last night that there's a toddler in the hospital. So if you're not doing it for yourself, Do it for me. I'm okay. I'll make that plea. Please, please, please stay home. Be safe. Wash your hands. A little cameo from Huckleberry. Hey, buddy, over there. Yeah, so not to end on a heavy note, but to just remind you that we're in this together, and that means that we do have to make some small sacrifices, which I'm confident that you all can do. So, uh, I will have more updates for you so, so soon. Hang in there. I'm hoping that you're finding at least a little bit of time to breathe and refresh. Um, and yeah, I'll get back to you guys soon. Thanks.